It is time for What's Up and About. See, we have a lot on the table today, a lot to unpack actually. And this morning, we will begin from the Chimamanda incident, Chimamanda Adichie's incident. Very sad. She lost her son over the weekend due to alleged medical negligence. And it actually reminds me of something similar that happened recently, you know, where you expect that people will be up and doing. Because someone really close to me died due to medical negligence. Post-op care was zero. It was really poor. So there's a lot to unpack when it comes to this, really. There's a lot to unpack. I just wonder, has that ever happened to any of you guys, like, had to deal with stuff like that?
Has it ever happened to you?
What?
You know, do you have a story to share from this?
Not at all.
For me, not really. I know that when my auntie had certain illness at the time, there were issues, complications here and there. And we kept hearing a lot of, oh, sorry, we made a mistake, this was meant to happen, this didn't happen. And especially from, I don't want to mention the name of the hospital, but especially from a hospital where you know you've spent quite a lot of money and you expect the best from, you know. So yeah, that's something I know that I can relate with when you begin to hear stories that you shouldn't even be hearing, especially when you believe that this is the best care you can actually get or afford.
It's really sad. It's really sad.
Was the hospital in Nigeria? Was it a Nigerian hospital?
Yes,
It was a
it
Nigerian
was a Nigerian hospital.
Yeah, so because I know I saw a report that I think the police was getting into the case and there's an investigation going on and things like that. And I think when I saw that, while it's a step in the right direction, I guess, I think what comes to mind is the same Anthony Joshua situation and how the driver was arrested and probed and everything. I'm like, see, these things happen every single day, right, to different people. Fine, I'm not saying, Chimamanda is, she's a national treasure, right? But at the same time, it's not when things like that happen to people that that in the public eye, authorities see the need to actually come forward and come out and actually talk about it. So I feel like, hospitals should literally, because it's a care situation set up, right? And hospitals should definitely put in the work, or rather, the authorities should put in the work in probably checking the hospitals a little bit more. And then speaking of the fact, the reason I asked whether the situation was a Nigerian situation was because, not so long ago, I think sometime last week, there was also a post of someone that lost someone. Same thing, his wife puts to bed 5 months later. This was actually my sister's classmate in school, Babcock, and his wife put to bed, and 5 months later, the wife probably went, I think she probably got some infection and all of that. But then again, they were in the UK, right? And during the, post-op, all of that, she was complaining of headaches and all that, but normally they said over there, they probably give you Panadol or tell you to rest or drink water and things like that. And then eventually, she probably went to coma.
Wow.
Before they started taking things really seriously, before they did a brain scan and they realized she had liquid in her brain and things like that, then they went in for an operation, but of course it was too late.
Medical negligence is actually a global thing.
It's a global thing. It's something that happens around the world.
In Nigeria, so you even gain
really
access
sad
to doctors faster than in many countries around the world. It's really sad. And another thing that I find really interesting is something that we saw earlier. So this man posted about how, as a man, you should not come to your woman with all your, don't open up to your woman. So to speak.
You can read the tweet.
He says you should at least keep.
While you're trying to get, I just also wanted to mention that I read recently that Chimamanda had served the hospital some legal notice.
Legal notice, of course.
Yeah, so some legal notice. So it is very important that she has done that.
So
and it's good because I understand that she's a public figure and she's big, but it's also an important step to take so that hospitals begin to sit up.
Yes, of course. Someone needs to be held accountable.
Yes,
literally things like that can just happen and it just passes by. Exactly. They'll actually never look down to the course of it.
All right.
So yeah.
Yeah. So read it, because the reason I want you to read it
is because you are still trying to understand.
No, I want people to defend properly.
Okay.
I want people to defend him properly with his exact words.
You want to defend him?
Yes, I will defend him.
As a man, no matter the challenge you are facing.
All right.
Only reveal half of the problem to your partner.
Okay, how?
The other half is the solution you have on the way. Okay. Women are not forgiving when a man is 0-0. Always be seen as a man standing tall even when you are down. Thank you later.
All right.
So that's what he said.
Chef seems to have a smile on her face. I mean,
I saw that too.
I literally saw the
Like-
twinkle in her eyes. Like, okay, so what do you think about this particular situation?
Well, it goes both ways, you know. It's good to actually tell your partner whatever it is. Like, you people shouldn't have any kind of secrets at all. But in another way, I think men are trying to shield us from that worry and that trouble, for us not to think too much, and because they themselves think that they're the solution to that particular problem. So they will give you half of it.
So which is it? You see that you're signing on the face. Which one should they tell you or should they not tell you?
Both of them.
Both of them.
I want you to read
The both
the
of them.
response. I want you to
There are
read
some
the
issues that I don't really want to know. Just do it.
Just
but
sort it out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will not, because if you tell me, it will seriously weigh me down.
All right.
And I may not have a solution to that, actually.
Yeah. I want you guys to hear the response, all right? There was a lady who responded to that.
She said,
And then, let's
this is
listen to
so
what she
wrong. Strength is important, yes, but so is trust. A partner isn't just there to see you standing tall. She's also there to stand with you when you're figuring things out. And he responded, okay, I hear you.
All right.
Edgar, what's your take on
So,
this?
to be honest, I think they are both speaking from different places or different sources of fear. And it's quite understandable, you know, because let's be honest, in the society we live in today, when men begin to be when the men are very honest about the situation and how they feel, they are often seen as weak.
Now, I'm asking you this question. When you're married let me ask you, when you're married or with someone, are you living in society or are you living with your partner? Which one is it?
I mean, it's the same thing, all right? Because the
no, it's
woman,
not-
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's the same thing.
it social
all right?
media? Is that
because the
society?
society builds the person. The society decides, or we build our thinking based on certain things in the society. That's what we read on social media. That's what we learn we learn online, we learn from schools and all. These things build up our minds.
And in school, they told you not to share.
No, I'm saying that you can share with your
They told you
partner.
that you should be-
What you're saying is, what he's saying here is, he's not going to share everything. The reason is because when you begin to share even your weakness, people don't see your weakness as, oh, he's being vulnerable.
Who is people now?
Your partner would
Are
not
you
see
married
your
to
I'm telling you, I'm
people?
speaking to people that are watching the
Honestly,
show
Winfrey, I'm waiting for your own opinion.
Mary, please go ahead. Because
being vulnerable. I'm
The
just
thing
saying.
is, you know that each marriage have their own dynamics.
God bless you, dear.
So it's like
Women and
it
women and for being political.
Yeah, but it depends
Even
on how the
We're not
couple
emotion again.
This is just
We're not
a
emotional again.
political
We're
way
not
of saying-
political.
See, we're trying
Wow.
to address, if you're using the data right now, we're just trying to address in totality here. What I feel is the reason why he's saying that, he's not saying that, you know, you should not share to with your partner, don't say stuff. He's just saying most times people get to see men as weak when they say, oh, they're struggling, they can't find things, they can't solve problems. So instead of just saying, you know, being that vulnerable, just hold it together and be be that man that you're meant to be in the relationship, because it helps.
Okay,
Yes, I know that we say men shouldn't cry, men should not be weak.
Who says that in 2026?
No, I'm just saying, like,
It's like you're still Edgarius.
Oh, wow.
Abraham, Moses, you have not left yet.
I know that Mary is going to bash. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that was, I really want to hear you, Winfrey.
Start the
You want to
bashing.
hear?
Start the
Winfrey,
bashing.
I'm very
Because I don't think there's
curious.
anything
I'm
wrong.
very curious.
Yeah,
Two
I'm
people
very
are just
curious.
speaking from two different
Okay, now
angles.
this is what I'm going to say, right? See, first of all, I believe the issues that we have in this life, one of the major issues that we have now, is the fact that everyone has an opinion and everybody thinks their opinion is law, right? I'm not on that school of thoughts. I believe that, see, at the end of the day, deal with your situation as your situation.
Bam.
Know the person you're with and know what works for them. In my own opinion, the Bible says that 2 heads are better than one.
All
You see?
he's saying
No, wait,
is,
wait,
do not
wait,
collapse
wait.
in front of your partner.
That
is what he's
Mary
saying.
saying that let me tell you
Don't
something.
collapse.
Let me see.
Go ahead.
This is what I believe. I feel
Yeah.
the pressure on men to be men has literally created like 70% of the issues that we're having in today's
Well, what do you mean by that?
world.
What are the issues?
Because I will say this, right? If you're forming a union, the way I understand union, or the way I
Yes.
understand marriage and things like that, and being together with someone, vulnerability is a key factor. It helps you build trust, and it literally helps you bond better. And why am I literally in your, because at the point, whether you like it or not, a lot of men see their wives as fine, maybe not necessarily as a burden, but they believe that whenever they're in that space, they're just here to be solving problems. Like, for instance, I remember last year, we had this issue of the man complaining that, yes, in a conversation now, that his wife is really take care of her when this thing, but you were on the other side of the divide saying, okay, fine, no, he should be explored. So what are you saying now?
What I'm saying is, only tell your partner what she can handle. Your partner
See.
cannot handle everything.
that's why I say, like,
At the end of the
Person you're
day,
dealing with.
you see
Your
this
partner- see,
zero
only
zero
say
thing.
things. Only say to your partner. When you know your partner, yeah, you know the setting. You know things that you can tell your partner that she can handle. Your partner cannot handle everything. There's some certain things that you will say to your partner right now that will
this
break
is
your
coming
partner.
from a
That will
place
break your
of
partner.
insecurity. If as a man,
Okay.
you know quite well that you married somebody you can be vulnerable with. Like, why would you even
Exactly.
marry someone that you
can't be vulnerable with?
But let's even assume that you married somebody you can't be vulnerable with. Does it mean that when you are, you don't have anything, you're broke, you can't even share it with your wife?
So what if she can't have a
Because-
solution?
Let me ask you a
What if she has
question.
a
Do you
solution to your problem?
do you
She
think-
might have a solution.
Okay,
though,
wait.
But
Do
because you did
think-
not
he said
share it.
share
you are-
this- no,
it's
he's
like
not
an
saying
easy
he's not saying
pricing.
share your
And,
problem.
that's
He's
why I
saying
said
share the one that she
insecurity.
can handle.
It's-
Wait, do you
it's
think that your
just too
husband?
much
Do you
pride.
think? I mean, you're married, all right? Do you think that your husband shares all his problems with you?
See,
I
whatever
hope
you
he does.
share
Yes or no?
with me,
Yes or
I
I
no?
hope he does.
Do you think he shares all
I
your
hope
problems?
he
Do you
does.
think your husband shares all your
Yeah, I hope
problems
he
with
does.
you?
I hope
Yes
he
or
does.
no?
I am
If
not
not,
in the
if I
marriage,
cannot
so I
say-
cannot
if
say
I
yes,
cannot
Women.
I cannot say no.
Women,
If
ladies and
not,
gentlemen,
he knows that
women,
I will pray for him.
pray.
Do you know the
Okay, you think your husband cannot pray? So your husband cannot pray?
No, you can't compare a man's prayer to a man's prayer. I said it here
all
and
right.
here. I said it
All
here and
right.
here.
All right, no problem. No problem then. If you think your husband shares all his problems with you, all his problems with you, no problem. That's fine.
like be
But I can
hope
guarantee,
he
I can
does.
tell
If
you
not,
that he
it's only to
doesn't.
his disadvantage if he doesn't.
sorry.
Anyways, we
Alright,
have
no
to go.
Yeah,
It's
we
the
have to
top
go
of the
now.
hour and we have to go. Edgar, I will meet you. I'll meet you at the other place. And thank you so much. I mean, let us know what you think about these conversations. Do everybody share? Should everybody share their vulnerabilities?
All
Or
problems.
should they keep it aside? Hit us up on our social media. We have to take a quick break right now. And when we come back, so much more happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be right back.